Welcome back to Sports Talk in the Mancave. We're back. It's week 17 now. And one thing before we get going here, we're going to be doing more investing videos coming up soon. And so we have not abandoned those. We're going to get back to it real quick. But talking about investing, my family and I decided to do some investing also. And so we started something, and I'm going to give you this. And I don't think I've told you guys about this. But we started a new company. It's called Seven Flags Spices.
Wow.
And we started with these two.
This is a surprise.
And so these are the first two spices. We're going to try to be getting them in stores pretty soon. So let's see how that goes. And that's going to be fun. We've got a lot more spices coming our way.
We were actually just talking about making a carne here.
Yeah, you know what?
There we go.
We're going to use it for the next carne. It's coming up very soon.
Wow. I just made a brisket with that. It was delicious, man.
Wow.
Delicious. Loved it. So hopefully you guys will be buying that soon at your stores coming up.
That's awesome.
All right, guys. Now let's go. It's Christmas time, and we are going to talk Cowboys.
Oh yeah.
Loss.
We're going to talk about the Cowboys.
All right.
And we're going to keep one of these up here so that we can...
All right, Seven Flags. Sponsored by Seven Flags Spices. Why do you think they lost?
Look, they lost. There wasn't one reason that they lost. They lost defensively. They lost play calling wise, coaching wise. They lost quarterback wise. They lost receivers couldn't catch the ball. They didn't give Zeke the ball enough. In the first half, they did give him the ball. He had like minus yards. It was an overall terrible performance. I'm not blaming it on Dak, but I was right about Dak. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
I'm saying the same thing. Dak threw many passes that to wide open receivers that just were uncatchable balls. When he did throw catchable balls, there was drops. Is there another team that allows so many yards on kickoffs? It seems as if they start on the 35 all the time. We make the field
We
short
have the
for
worst
them.
special teams in the league, I bet you. Worst special teams in the league.
we also lead the league in like the worst starting position. So yeah, like that has a lot to do with it, and also like we don't have any specialty players. Like we don't have any players that we know what the opposing team is just like, hey, we can't let this guy get the ball. He's a breakaway speed guy.
And I thought Tavon Austin was going to be that guy, and he's not.
And then there's Cobb that's back there. Now there's also the new running back, 20, which had a fumble.
Yeah.
Pollard.
But David, it also seemed like they didn't come out with a sense of urgency. If you looked at it, the Eagles wanted it more on every day. They didn't miss any tackles. They were just a lot more hungrier.
Yeah.
I don't know how could it happen. That they have like the game against the Giants,
right?
And then they have this type of game.
And they come out and they throw a zero on that. Also, not gonna make any excuses, but Dak didn't throw the whole week. And then I know he had to do the cortisone shot. I don't know how much that affected him or not, but it wasn't a good throwing game.
I'm not going to make any excuse, but let me follow that up with an excuse. Look, okay, I'm not going to let Dak slide on this. I don't care if he didn't practice. I don't care if he took cortisone shots. If he's going to play, he better be able to perform. That's no excuse.
Yeah, you do the best you can with what you have physically.
He played terrible. He missed throws.
He had some throws also that they dropped.
Listen. Of course he had throws that they dropped. They're balls that he should be throwing.
Right.
But he had a lot of missed targets.
He did. I'm not saying he didn't.
He played terrible,
Right.
and not only that, he played terrible in a big game, which is something you said that he was clutching.
Well, see, the thing is, that last year he led the league in fourth quarter comebacks. Not this year, so he's not getting it done this year.
In big games.
That's a big.
You said he's a winner. Listen, you said he's a winner. Kirk Cousins will choke in big games.
And he did choke yesterday.
And he has lost before
Cousins
in games.
did choke.
Cousins, it wasn't a big game. They were locked in the 6th spot.
Yeah, but it was for the first seed. So it is a big game.
He made the playoffs.
It doesn't matter. It's still a big game.
No, it's not a big game.
They're all big games.
Okay, so this one that Dak
could still make the playoffs.
You said,
but you're taking away the home field advantage.
Kirk Cousins will choke in big games. What happened to Dak? This is the biggest of the biggest games to get in the playoffs.
Okay, well, let's compare coaches also. He has Mike Zimmer, who's always making the playoffs. You don't think Mike Zimmer's a better coach?
Stop using Jason Garrett as an escape.
I'm not using him as an
example.
Yes, you are. No, but
you play him every single week.
There's other intricacies to the game. No, I don't.
They're grown men. Yes, every single week he doesn't bring up
grown men underachieve all the time. Carlos, every year there's a team that is so talented and they underachieve. Every year there is somebody.
So you're blaming one guy because of that, or you're blaming the grown men that are underachieved?
No, I'm blaming the team.
I'm going to say. Hold on.
Stop blaming Garrett.
Let me say one thing that sums it all up. Jalen Smith came out in an article saying a lot of talent with no
That was
direction.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
DeMarcus Lawrence or Jalen Smith?
DeMarcus Lawrence.
With
No direction. That just sums it all.
I think that's
because
more about
the
him.
guys are not performing. The guys are not performing. The coaches aren't doing their job to make these guys perform. It's a whole team thing. It's
So,
messed up.
I had-
Jerry Jones has to change the whole system.
Including the quarterback.
The dead man walking as a resurrection last week. This week it looks like he's out again. Who do you? I think he's gonna be out. I think he's gonna be out, right? So who do you think is gonna come in and replace him, Jason Garrett?
They're really looking at Meyer.
Yeah, that seems like he's the front runner. He's never ran a pro style offense. That's the difference, and that's why I think they're looking at the guy from Baylor. I forgot his name, the coach from Baylor. Yeah, he's a Belichick protege, and with Lincoln Riley from Oklahoma, because they're already running pro style sets, and that's how they're recruiting these players.
But look,
they're saying these are the offenses we run. They're for pro. We're getting you ready for the pros. So those guys seem to be the front runners.
But nowadays, do you really need to run a pro style offense to be successful? Look at Lamar Jackson. Like, do you really need to drop back and stay in the pocket and do the pro style thing? I think with Dak, we have a good opportunity to run that kind of offense. He's a good runner, and we haven't seen it at all this year. And I think maybe Urban Meyer.
We've been
Urban Meyer
calling it
runs
all
that.
year. We've been
he
calling
runs
it
the
all
spread
year.
offense.
And he gives the quarterback opportunities to run. He's always had good running quarterbacks.
Right.
And I think that's a good
Go
fit.
ahead.
Yeah, I mean, do you think? I mean, even if they bring in a new head coach, is it just gonna be kind of like a front because the rest of the guys are still there, or is everybody gonna get
Well,
fired?
he's gonna have to change a mindset of a whole team, and those that don't change their mindset, no matter who they are, have to go.
Well,
I think
You
one
cannot
guy-
let one bad apple ruin the rest. If there's 2, 3, you got to get rid of them, and you have to start.
But
with
do you
the
think
team.
on the Cowboys team right now, there's players that are bad apples? I don't think there is. I think everybody wants to win. Everybody's just frustrated.
I think the bad apples already left. You know, Irving
Yeah.
before, you know that.
with Des Bryant.
Yeah.
I think everybody
Well,
just
what
is
do you all
frustrated.
think? What do you all think about Amari Cooper not being tired, not being able to play in the last?
I definitely
part
think
of the
something's
game?
wrong with him. And
I
I'm
don't
not
think that
sharing
was
it.
his choice. I think.
And
that was
also
nothing.
we give to him. I see this. I mean, we see this before, but I don't want to lose. Was it Jarwin?
Jargon.
Jargon.
It's not jargon.
No, it's not Jarwin.
It's Jarwin.
But we use Witten too much when we have an athletic tight end, and we underutilize the guy
Did you
because every
see-
time he gets the ball, he makes plays.
Did you
Look,
see that?
yeah, he's
third
good.
and 8, third and whatever it was. You throw it 4 yards, 5 yards
And
to Witten.
And whose
He's
decision
not
is
gonna
that?
get that ball.
And whose decision? Who made that decision?
Exactly.
It was-
Exactly. He
there was
has
a
to
lot of
listen.
stuff that we talked about that it was just Dak underperformed for a quarterback that is top 10, top 8, whatever it is.
But if you look at the routes, a lot of
Yeah.
times if you look, they show the play of the route, and there's nobody open.
No.
And there's,
Oh,
and there's-
Carlos called that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I said that. I saw it a couple times. I was like, "Damn, nobody's open." Like,
Yeah.
okay, good decision to throw it away.
Right.
But there was a lot of times he missed wide open.
No, he
receivers.
did, and I'm not
they were
debating that.
and
I'm
they
not
were on
debating that.
they were on
We're
big
pulling-
downs.
yeah.
They
We're
were on
splitting-
big
We're
third
splitting
downs.
hairs on that one. You know, I'm not debating that, but there were also like there was a crucial 4th down play where he threw a bomb right in Gallup's hands. He makes that catch. We scored.
That was a 4th down.
Was it 3rd down?
It was 3rd down because
Okay.
we got a first down after that, so it didn't matter
Well,
that
we
much.
scored, yeah, but we
he
scored
could've
here,
scored.
and that's a tight game. If not, we're down by 1.
Okay, and if he hits
with 3
cops,
minutes left.
and if he hits cops streaking
No,
down the
and that's
sideline.
why I just said we're splitting hairs here. I mean, it goes back and forth. I mean, there is something.
But the
he missed a
decision
lot of
making,
plays.
the decision
You know,
making, not
I'm
only
debating
that,
one.
not only the 4th down to, I mean the 3rd down to win or 4th down to win, right? 3rd down,
Yeah.
Third or fourth
third
down.
down that we had to punt or something.
Yeah.
Not only that decision, the decision on 4th down to end the game. How are you gonna throw a 50-50 ball when you don't even need to score a touchdown? You need to get a first down, and he just throws it up.
Yeah, I didn't-
That frustrated.
I didn't see.
That frustrated me.
That's
bad.
coaching.
I think we all lost money on that one. Most of us.
Coaching, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta
That's
be kidding
coaching.
me.
I mean,
The
he's-
play was not. The
he
play
should
was
be-
not that.
Yeah, well, maybe. Yeah, I don't know what the play was, but dude, you have to know that you have to get a first.
As a
down. You
quarterback,
have
I'm
to
telling you, the
move
coach
ball.
never tells you you're throwing the ball to this guy.
No, but it's 4th down. You're gonna get a first down.
And you
Yeah,
also
but you do it to the
you know
end
what,
zone.
Carlos,
You
you
do it
also
to the
know
end
that
zone.
it's man-to-man coverage on that 4th down because they're gonna bring in on a 4th and 10. The majority of times they're gonna bring in the dogs.
Did they?
I
think he had time
they
to
did.
just-
I think they picked up the
They
blitz.
snapped the ball and if they picked it up, he shouldn't have thrown that.
Well, I don't know who else was
I
open.
don't know.
I don't know if there was
We could
anybody
have
else.
nobody. He had no chance to see anybody because he just got in and threw it.
It was really bad, but
Going
I
back
think-
to we got off pace a little bit. I mean, the subject we were talking about the coaching,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think we gotta get somebody that has a presence. I think Urban Meyer has enough of an ego, and we need a coach with an ego because that's gonna kind of take the the reins away from Jerry Jones a little bit, the
Yeah.
tension.
Yeah.
So we do kind of need somebody like that, somebody like a Bill Cowher type. Even what's his name, Nick Saban, somebody that they fear for their jobs.
Nick Saban would be great.
Yeah, he would. But somebody that the players are gonna come in and say, you know what, this is a no nonsense guy.
And-
We fear for our jobs.
And these
I would love
guys,
Bill Cowher to be our coach, man.
but these guys, whoever it is that gets chosen, hopefully they get rid of him this year. But whoever comes in has to get a good offensive coordinator and a good defensive coordinator. I mean, we're getting beat all over the place. Special teams, we can't tackle the guy before the 25-yard line. When does that happen?
Everybody has to go, man.
We're getting beat all over.
Can't
the place.
return punts.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't do anything.
Yeah. So let's go on to our dead man walking, because I think we all have some good ones this week, because there's been a lot of bad playing, a lot of bad decisions, and so Carlos.
So mine's not a dead man walking. Mine is a dead team walking.
Oh man.
The 2020-2021 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they just said that they're gonna they're gonna franchise tag Jameis Winston to another year. Leads the league in picks. I think his
Damn.
third leading touchdown receiver is the other team, basically, this year. Yeah, thank you for that.
I think he has 6. So
He has
six?
six pick six.
Oh my
Pick
God.
six, pick
Six
six.
picks.
That
He
is crazy.
he
That's a
turns the
good
ball
dead man
over
walking.
as much as he throws touchdowns.
Well, that's a good dead team walking.
They decided to franchise tag him and have him coming back next year. So 2020, 2021, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're my dead men walking.
I don't know why they would do that, but that is a really good pick there.
That is.
My dead man walking is Amari Cooper, and he drops the ball too much. He cannot play. He's not in condition, or something's wrong with him that he cannot play in the important last parts of the game. I don't think he's going to get a contract. I think they're going to go with Dak. They're going to go with Dak.
He led the league in drops right before he went to Dallas with the Raiders. He led the league in drops. It's kind of like he got the drops again.
Yeah, but now what? Now he can't even.
Remember he saved Dak's
can't
career
even play
too.
in the fourth quarter. So that's going to be a lot of trying to get a contract. He may not get the contract.
Wow.
Damn. You don't think they'll give him a chance?
So he is what?
So Amari Cooper, you're a drop ball. Amari Cooper, dead man walking.
He won't play better.
He will not
I'm
play
gonna stick to
better.
the same team, and I'm gonna go with the person that you resurrected. I'm gonna put him back in his grave, and I'm gonna say Jason Garrett. I think he sealed his fate with this last game. It was a must game. We've had enough of him. He's been hired. He's been with his 12th year, and just mediocrity. Every year that he's been there, we win despite him and lose because of him. So I think that finally that's the nail in the coffin. He's my dead man walking.
And I think you're very right on that one. And I think that his attitude has spread throughout the team, and that's why the play is so terrible. And that's why they're up and down. One week they can be way up here, and the next week they look like the worst team in the league.
Right.
So good one.
Okay, dead man walking. So at the beginning of the year, he was claiming that maybe he could be a head coach someplace. But my dead man walking now is Kellen Moore, the offensive coordinator for the Cowboys. I don't think his play calling has lived up to what it should be. He's had a lot of problems. It could be just the players not executing well, but there's been some games that I think it was just bad play calling. And so my dead man walking is Kellen Moore.
You know, in the third quarter, I think we were texting.
Man walking.
Dead man walking.
Third quarter, they threw the ball 3 times in a row, and they were running the ball well, and then we get to it was 40 something, and we throw the ball 3 times in a row.
Yeah. I mean,
Drive
you're running the
ended.
ball, just run the damn ball.
I know it wasn't working the first half, but the third quarter it was
working well.
And I think he only had 13 carries.
There's no misdirection or anything like that. I mean, there's no creativity that he had when he first started. I guess maybe they studied his plays, his film, his tendencies, and maybe it caught up to him.
He was going up against bad secondaries too.
Hey guys, That's Dead Man Walking, but you know what's more important and what people are gonna like is our giveaway.
The giveaway,
man.
So let's see who the winner is.
Let's-
They're gonna do the random number
Yeah,
generator,
we're
right?
gonna do random number. Everybody's been numbered. We're gonna do random.
Make sure that thing is working correctly.
There's,
How many people
We got 20.
So
signed
there's
up?
26 people who have a chance at winning.
And we are going to generate the first
here are the
number
numbers.
here. The first number is going to be 25.
25 JJ Castro.
JJ.
JJ Castro. Good job, JJ.
Congratulations.
$25.
Oh, you won?
That's $25.
Oh, wow.
Yep, $25
So
for
he's
you.
back in the running
First
again.
two.
He's back in the running
You can win
again.
You
this
can
second
win
one.
50, JJ.
So that JJ won $25. The next $25.
Generate one more time. Number 12.
Number 12.
12. Tanya G.
Tanya.
Tanya
Tanya
G.
G. Well, JJ, she took your 25. Tanya G.
Tanya wanted to win, man. Congratulations, Tanya. All right, good
Tanya
job,
G.
man.
Congratulations,
wins.
Tanya G.
Yeah, she's from Laredo. In fact, I'll just text her right now and tell her that she won, man.
She voted for Muscle Santa because it's not Halloween, Dr. C.
You deserve to win.
Everybody tell her you won.
Thank you all for
Muscle
commenting.
Santa,
Appreciate it.
All right, that's our giveaway. I'll pay her. I guess I got to see her on the 27th. I'll pay her then. All right, very good. Let's go on. Let's do our picks. Now we picked about 7 games the same. We picked Buffalo to beat the Jets. We picked Green Bay to beat Detroit. Kansas City to beat the Chargers. New England over Miami. We picked New Orleans over Carolina. Dallas over Washington, and we picked Oakland over Denver. Now let's go ahead to the ones that we did not pick the same. Cincinnati over Cleveland. I picked Cincinnati. Gilbert.
I'm gonna take Cleveland. I just think that Cincinnati, I know they're tanking. I think they already have the number. I don't know if they locked the number 1 pick.
Yeah, they did.
They did.
They lost to Miami, but they came back.
They came back.
They lost
yeah.
to Miami.
Well, I just don't see them winning. I think Cleveland just has a better team. So I'm gonna take the talent over the the tanking team.
Oakland is a 1.5 underdog, aren't they?
Oakland?
Well, Oakland's not playing in this game.
No, but wait.
Cleveland, Cincinnati.
Against
This is
Cincinnati.
Cleveland at Cincinnati.
Cleveland at Cincinnati. I'm gonna have to go with Cleveland.
Okay.
At least here.
Okay, so let me change.
Okay, but I'm asking for another
Let me
friend.
change your
Okay.
pick. Okay.
So, I'm going with Cleveland, also the talent over the team that's tanking, and they're just a bad team.
Yeah.
So, I'll take the talent.
All right, sounds good. All right, next game, Minnesota, Chicago. They're playing at Minnesota. It's not an Oakland game, so.
It's a dome. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say it was a dome. Infectable? Okay. No, I'm gonna take Minnesota. They're just a better team. I mean, also like Trubisky. I think he's goner.
And it's Minnesota against Chicago.
Chicago.
So I'm gonna go with Chicago.
I'm actually also taking Chicago. The reason is because Minnesota's already locked in the 6th seed. They really, what's the motivation to come on and play?
Okay.
Are you laughing at me?
What are you taking, David?
That's the third time we changed the game, dude.
Who are you taking?
I'm taking Minnesota. I'm taking Minnesota. Tampa Bay, Atlanta. They're playing at Tampa Bay.
I think I'm gonna take Atlanta. They've been kind of hot.
All right.
I'm taking
you skip a game?
Atlanta,
Uh-huh.
Did you skip a game?
No. That could have.
and I'm taking Atlanta. I don't know who they're playing.
I'm taking Tampa Bay
All right, Tampa Bay.
with my dead man walking.
All right, let's go to the next game. The Arizona Cardinals at the Rams.
I'm gonna take Arizona. They convincingly beat Seattle when it was an important game for Seattle. So I'm gonna take Arizona to keep
That's
on
true.
the streak and beat who? I'm just kidding.
Who are they gonna
I'm
beat?
just kidding. They're playing the
Rams.
Rams. The Rams are out of this already. They're already out. I mean, they don't need to win. Arizona needs to get that momentum with Kyler Murray.
Murray.
Look for him to win another one.
Change
That's
your
a
mind?
that's a
You
good
change your
point.
mind?
It kind of made me change my mind because,
Me too. I'm trying to think.
but I don't think I want to see it. I haven't seen it 2 weeks in a row. They played some good games. I'm gonna stick with the Rams,
Okay.
but that's a good point. They did beat a Seahawks team that needed to win.
All right.
I'm going with Gilbert.
You're going with Arizona? Okay.
No, I'm going with Gilbert.
Which is what?
Arizona.
Arizona.
All
I'm
right,
going
let me
with.
change that.
No, I'm
Okay.
going with the Rams.
Okay, you've already changed 3 here. And I think I'm going to stick with the Rams. You're sticking with the Rams. I'll just stick with the Rams. That's what I put initially.
That's the way we started the year.
Philadelphia at the Giants.
Oh, I would wish to go with the Giants. I really would, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
It could happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for Philadelphia.
Don't.
You know,
Philadelphia.
I think it's a must-win for them, and the Giants, you know, had a good game last week,
Yeah,
but
they did.
but no.
Yeah.
The Giants had a tight game with Washington. They
With
went to
Washington.
overtime, and I don't think that says much. I'm going with Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Yeah. I'm going with the Giants. All right. Indianapolis at Jacksonville.
Oh, Giants. Okay. Okay. Here
I'm
we
just gonna
go.
go with the home team here. I think Jacksonville. I don't think Indianapolis has been kind of slacking off. They're
They-
underachievers.
They're yeah.
I don't know,
I think
they
they're
had
gonna end the
injuries
season. I think
also,
they're gonna
but-
end the season well, but
Jacksonville for me.
Jacksonville,
Indianapolis. I'm not going with.
Indianapolis.
Yeah, I'm going
I think
Indianapolis.
it's been a while since Jacksonville's got to win.
All right. Pittsburgh at Baltimore.
For me, everybody's out for Baltimore. I know that Amari Jackson's not gonna play. They're not gonna play a lot of important players. Pittsburgh, I think they still need all these teams to win or lose or something. I think it still has like a possibility to get in. So I think I'm taking Pittsburgh.
I'm
Okay.
taking Pittsburgh.
I think I put Baltimore there, right? I'm changing my mind too. I'm taking Pittsburgh. Good job, Robert.
And I know why you're laughing, so don't even say anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I change my mind also? Nah, Baltimore. All right.
Baltimore's
Tennessee at Houston.
I'm taking Tennessee because even though Houston says that they're going to play everybody, I don't think they're going to play their starters as much. So
Okay.
they're not going to risk any injuries. I'm going Tennessee.
All right.
And you're not going to tell me anything?
No.
Take Tennessee.
Oh, okay. I thought I was.
Oh, you're the only Tennessee.
Yes, Tennessee.
Tennessee. Okay,
Tennessee.
good,
Well, I
good.
mean, if you say that they're already locked in, Houston, then I guess I'll take Tennessee.
Okay, now you're changing. Okay. Jeez, we convinced each other, but and I'm taking Tennessee also.
You know, we've never convinced each other so much as this last week.
Last week, nobody like.
It's because a lot of things are said already. You know?
Yeah, it's very different. San Francisco at Seattle.
I'm gonna take San Francisco.
Yeah.
I just think they have a better defense, and I'm not too convinced with Seattle.
And I don't think that San Francisco is playing up to what they have been playing. And I don't think their defense has been playing up to what they had been playing. I think they're kind of dipping, so I'm taking Seattle.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm taking Seattle. They had a terrible game this week, so I think they're going to bounce back. I think they're really focused in right now. And San Francisco's had like a couple bad weeks in a row. I mean, not a bad week because they lost to the Saints.
Close ones.
Yeah.
And then they played bad against the Rams. The Rams are not doing good.
Yeah, they played bad against.
So
I
I'm
guess they're
taking-
16 games into the season. There's more film out
People are
on
figuring them out.
and they're
Yeah.
figuring them out.
I'm taking Seahawks.
All right, and I'm taking San Francisco on that one. Man, that one was rough, dude.
I love your explanation, but that's great.
Well, do you want an explanation for that?
No, it's not a doctor's explanation.
Because I will give you an explanation for it.
Okay.
San Francisco is a better team.
Oh, good
They're the
explanation.
better
Yeah,
team.
I think so.
And
too.
they do have a better defense.
Quick and to the point.
Oh, another
Very
thing.
good.
Another thing. Both first and second string running backs are done for Seattle for the season. They had to bring Marshawn Lynch back.
Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, that's right. And he's going to be out of shape. You know, come
I
on.
forgot about that.
He was training with Zeke.
So he's totally out of shape.
He was training with Zeke.
It's good. He'll be here by the
Still running
beginning
in
of
the
next
sand.
season.
It still seems like he was running in the sand the whole year.
Yeah. He was
Jeez.
running in mud.
That's terrible, man. Terrible. All right, guys, let's do our buckets because.
Okay.
Um,
And let me tell you why. Okay, I was saying Oakland was a 1.5 underdog because I'm going with Oakland again. Oakland, I hit my
my
book it
God.
last time with you.
Wow.
Good job. They're well played, even better.
Okay.
Book it.
You know what he just did, right, Carlos? You know what he just did, right?
What?
He just took Oakland. That was my pick.
oh,
Oh, I heard that before.
there you go. There
You remember
go.
you had just gotten another pick before I had said, oh, I have Oakland. And you're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get another pick.
Here you go, Daddy.
Oh well.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm going to skip my bookie for this week because I'm down.
Well,
on
you
this.
could book it,
You
but
can book something else, man.
You
Yeah.
had two last week.
I know, and I didn't hit him. That's what I'm saying. I'm down. So I think I need to
No?
I
don't
did-
book it. Don't book it.
You don't want to book like don't watch the Star Wars movie or anything else.
Well, let me think about it. You guys go ahead and I'll
Okay, Carlos, go on ahead.
Okay.
Hit your bucket.
My bookie. I'm going with the biggest game, in my opinion, this week, which is the 49ers against the Seahawks. I'm taking the out-of-shape Marshawn Lynch and the Seahawks to upset the 49ers.
All right.
Bookie!
Exciting, exciting. All right, guys. You guys ready? You know what's coming. Philadelphia's gonna lose. Cowboys are gonna win. We win the division. Super Bowl, baby.
You should have picked.
Book it.
You should have picked the Philadelphia Eagles.
No.
You haven't hit a book it.
So it's
I hit one, dude.
So this is
number 2.
Week 15.
so you're picking 2. You're picking the Cowboys and you're picking the Giants.
Yes.
That's 2.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go. Book it.
Okay, I got one, guys.
right.
So the Falcons play the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are our favorite, 1.5. Look for me to rebound this week, and for the Falcons and Matt Ryan to stay hot, pretty much hot, the last 4 or 5 games, and they will beat and upset the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Book it.
Ooh.
Alright, I want to give a couple shout outs real quick.
All right.
So I made a Facebook post about Dak's throw last week, the one we were arguing about, and we had a couple people, going back and forth in the comments. So one of the guys that was commenting, Jerry Lopez, he says it was a good throw. He says that's where Dak meant to put the ball, okay? But then he texted me this week, and he is on my
Jerry.
side.
Oh.
He thinks Dak. He still
Jerry,
thinks it's a good throw.
just because you get upset.
Shout out Jerry, appreciate it.
Jerry, just because you get upset, Jerry, don't change your mind on the last game.
He said
Come
no,
on.
no. He says it's a good throw. The other throw was good, but this week he says Dak sucks and they should get rid of Jerry. I know you can make those throws in your sleep, Jerry.
Okay.
Another shout out, real quick. My stat guy Peter Beltran. He always gives me the stats. He gives me important stats about Dak. He makes sure I always look good here on the show.
And Frankie
Nice.
Valdez, I'm sorry you didn't win, but we'll have another giveaway soon, Frankie.
Nice. And 7 Flags, hopefully soon in your stores, man.
Coming soon, ribs at my house.
All right.
Everybody's
guys.
invited.
Oh. I'll beat that out.
I don't think so.
He's still getting a number.
All right, guys. Take care. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll see you soon.
See ya.